When I was in Cuba, there was a distinct social caste, the rich and the poor.
So you knew that even as a little kid?
Well, I wasn't that. I was a teenager at the time.
Oh, I thought you were about 5 or 6 years old.
No. I was about what, 14, 15 years old.
How really interesting.
And my friend that took me fishing every day, we did it every day, every morning. His father was one of the, well, back up a moment. On the sugar plantation, it's a very caste system of people. The owners of the plantation were at the top of the heap. The second layer was like my cousin. He was a chemical engineer. And it was his job to determine how to prepare the soil for the particular type of sugarcane that they were planting to, say, in this area of the plantation, they were going to raise this type of sugarcane, and over here in this area would be another type. And his job was to figure out exactly the elements necessary in the soil in order for that particular type of sugarcane would grow. In the summertime, the family that owned the plantation would come to the United States, and they had a home in upstate New York, I believe it was. But he took me to their home in Cienfuegos on the plantation, and I was overwhelmed with the luxury that was in that home. It was absolutely beautiful. And not only that, their train was near the house. They had their own train. So when they left Cienfuegos, they would go by train up to Havana and then take the airplane from there to upstate New York. They were, of course, very, very wealthy.
Their own train, how amazing.
And it was about 3 cars to the train. Beautiful tapestries, beautiful furniture on the train. It was, I remember that very clearly. It really hit me. And the home was, of course, luxurious, very luxurious. But the workers that worked on the plantation were not allowed to go to the house.
So Albert, now you're living in Madison. It's spring. The year is 2009, and on this particular day it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm inspired to ask you, what are your goals in life?
My goal in life is to understand the meaning of life. Having dwelled so many years in the area of architecture, I felt that I was missing something important to understand what life means. So now my efforts are directly involved. What is life about? How do we come into being? What is nature like? And I am thrilled every time I learn something new about what is important to have a better life. I think so many people are lonely, or they don't understand, and I think it's a failure of our educational system in this country to understand how to have a good life. And this is what I do now, is to read and study and learn as much as possible. And I thoroughly enjoy what I learn.
Albert, thank you so much for this brief sharing of your life and your feelings and your thinking. I just want to say to your listeners that I've known you now for a couple years, and I just want to say you got a heart as big as Florida.
Thank you. Dick, you're a wonderful human being, and you've been a big help to me in helping me to work towards my goal of learning about life.